Shalom Yishta, Yahushua Tabashimasha. To my brothers and sisters, this is Isupk Fayetteville Sabbath service. We'll get this thing started. Layash Allah. Peace to Israel. We'll do the prayers. We're going to start off with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew and then read English. Sar, open the Aquadon, rise, turn, face east. This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malapaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baharataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Basalaknawa, Kawabathinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawabathinawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Haishayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Lakah, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wa'alaparth, Lawa'alamyam, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. It's a prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Babakushah, Nathalanawa, Hakak, Larpa'ah, Kalmaka'ala, Wakalmadawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, Lahakwium, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawath, Hataba'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Wad Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Slakia. Do the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, why Maka'ala, why Alahayim, Atazabah Ya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapyam, Ha Saranyam, Ha Quatazayanyam, Ha Qualayoyo, why Akwathian, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. In the English, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commander Johanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. The Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Aisha'ah, Ayanya, Ahahariam, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Isariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aishah, Shemayim, Waharatazah, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, Lahakayaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Apnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaatka, Waba'aka, Mayata, Wa'ayalam. In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahayim, Al Dami Alaka, Al Thakarash, wa Al Thashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awabika, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Yaramwa, Sawada, Wayata, Ya Atawataza, Al Tazapamwaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Wakakidim, Magawaya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Awara, Kaya, Nahawataza, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Barayath, Yakarathwa, Alaya, Arawam, Wa Yashamai, Alayam, Mawa Abba, Wagahariam, Gabal, Wa Amwan, Wa Malak, Palashath, Am Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasaisara, Kayabian, Banakal, Kwashwan, Nashadnawa, Bayan Dayara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayathamwa, Nada Yamawa, Karaba, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kanai Samwa, Ashar, Amara, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Nahawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, Dabia Ira, Wa Kalaba, Talahat, Harayam, Kantar Dama, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabalawa, Ijai, Wayakaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Wayandayawa, Kayatha, Shemka, Yahawa, Labadka, Ayawan, Al-Kaharataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yahshua Allah shall be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zebah and as Amuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as a fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Sorry. Shall we see? All right, cool. We're going to pick up where we left off at. If you're watching online, feel free to type any questions you have in the chat. Let me know, if you have any audio issues, you can't hear, whatever. You understand? The usual UPK fashion, put one in the chat. If you can't hear, there's technical difficulties, let us know. You understand? And we'll get to you if you got any questions. Feel free to follow along with us. We're going to read in the Syrian Hebrew first, then in English. Of course, we do the 7 verses. 7 is 49 verses for the Sabbath service. Also, too, you can download the Blue Letter Bible so you can follow along at home. All right. We left off last week And we left off last week in Genesis chapter 38 and verse 18, breaking down with Joseph and his brothers. Joseph and the coat of many colors. You may have heard the story before. You understand, for your Christian church, probably lied about it. You know, we read right out the record book here in the Old Testament to find out what really happened, as we do everything else. All right, let's get right into it. Keep this here for reference. Let's see here. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 38 and verse 18 in the Hebrew. All right. Wayamar, Ba'a, Hatazarabanawa, Baslaki, Waban, Ashar, Athan, Laka, Watamor, Katamak, Wagatayalak, Wamatak, Ashar, Bayadaka, Wayathan, La'a, Wayaba'a, Alayaha, Slaki, Wata'ar, Lawa, Wataquam, Shatalak, Watasor, Taza'ayapa, Ma'ayalaya'a, Watalabash, Bagadawa, Slaki, Bagadaya, Alamanawatha, Wayashalak, Yahawada, Ath, Gadaya, Azayam, Bayada, Rayawa, Ha'adalamaya, Lakwakwath, Ha'ara Bayawan, Mayad, Ha'asha'a, Wala'a, Mataza'a, Wayashah, Ath, Anashaya, Makoma'a, La'amor, Ayaha, Hakodasha, Hawa'a, Ba'inayanum, I'll, Hadarak, oops, lock you. Where was I at? 21, Hadarak. Slacky, I lost my place. Where's your Hadarak? Okay. Yeah, Hadarak. Why Amorwa? Ow. Hayata'a. Baza'a. Quadash'a. Wayashab. Ow. Yahawada. Wayamor. La'a. Mataza'ath Ya'a. Wagam. Hanashaya. Hamaquam. Amrawa'a. La'a. Hayata'a. Baza'a. Quadasha. Wayamor. Yahawada. Sakuka. La'a. Pan. Nahayaha. Labawaz. Hana'a. Shalakathia. Hagadaya. Haza'a. Wa'atha. La'a. Mataza'atha. Verse 24. Wayahaya. Kamashlash. Karashayam. Wayagar. Layahawada. La Amor. Zanatha. The Marah. So it's the Mar. Kalafka. Wagam. Hana'ah. Hara'ah. Lazanawayam. Wa'amor. Yahawada. Hawataza Awa. Washarak. In the English, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 38, verse 18. And he said, what pledge shall I give thee? And she said, thy signet and thy bracelets, and thy staff that is in thine hand. And he gave it to her, and came in unto her, and she conceived by him. Verse 19. And she arose and went away, and laid her veil from her, and put on the garments of her wildhood, and put on the garments of her widowhood. Verse 20. And Judah sent the kid by the hand of his friend, the Adulamite, to receive his pledge from the woman's hand, but he found her not. Verse 21. Then he asked the men of that place, saying, where is the harlot that was openly by the wayside? And they said, there was no harlot in this place. Verse 22. And he returned to Judah and said, I cannot find her. And also the men of the place said that there was no harlot in this place. Verse 23. And Judah said, let her take it to her, lest we be shamed. Behold, I sent this kid, and thou hast not found her. Verse 24. And it came to pass about 3 months after that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar, thy daughter-in-law, hath played the harlot. And also, behold, she is with child by whoredom. And Judah said, bring her forth and let her be burnt. Good night. You didn't play that mess back then, boy. There wasn't no playing no harlot. Even hearsay get you, messed up. That's how serious it is, man. You understand? We are in Genesis chapter 38, verse 25 in Hebrew. Hawa'ah. Mawataza'ath. Wayaha. Shalakaha. Al. Kamayaha. Lahamor. Lahayash. Ashar. Alaha. Lawa. Anakaya. Hara'ah. Wathamor. Hakara. Naha. Na'ah. Lamaya. Hakathmath. Wahapath. Wahapath Yalam. Wamahata'ah. Halaha. 26. Wayakar. Yahawada. Wayamor. Tazadaka. Tazadaka. Mamanaya. Kaya. Al. Khan. La'ah. Nathath Yaha. Lashayaha. Banaya. Wala'ah. Yasak. Slakia. Iwad. Lada Aitha'ah. Waya Haya. Slakia. Waya Haya. Kamashayab. Yadawa, Wahana'a, Ya Taza'a, Akayawa, Wathamor, Ma'a, Paratazath, Alayak, Parataza, Wayakwara'a, Shamwa, Parataza. Stop at verse 1. Wa'akar, Yataza'a, Akayawa, Ashar, Al, Yadawa, Hashanya, Wayakwara'a, Shamawa, Zarak. Verse 1. Wayosap, Hawarad, Matazarayim, Kwanawa, Pawasayatar, it's Potiphar, Pawasayatar, Sarayam, Paraya, Shar, Hatabakayam, Ayash, Matazaraya, Mayad, Hayashama'al, Ashar, Haradawa, Shama'a. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 38, verse 25. Slack chapter 38, verse 25. When she was brought forth, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, by the man whose these are, I am with child, and said, discern, I pray thee, whose are these, the signet and bracelets and staff? And Judah acknowledged them and said, she hath been more righteous than I, because that I gave her not to Shelah, my son, and he knew her again no more. And it came to pass in the time of her travail that, behold, twins were in her womb. And it came to pass when she travailed that one put out his hand, and the midwife took bound upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, this came out first. And it came to pass as he drew back his hand that, behold, his mother came out, and she said, how hast thou broken forth? This breach be upon thee. Therefore his name was called Pharez. And afterward came out his brother that had the scarlet thread upon his hand, and his name was called Zerah. Verse 1. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 39, and verse 1. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, brought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down thither. All right. This is 39 and verse 2 through 8. Wayahaya, Yahweh, Ath, Yawasap, Wayahaya, Ayash, Ma'alayak, Wayahaya, Babayath, Adanayawa, Hamatazaria, Wayara'ah, Adanayawa, by Kaya, Yahweh, Athwa, Wakal, Ashar, Hawa'ah, Aisha'ah, Yahweh, Matazalayak, Bayadawa, Wayamataza'a, Yawasap, Khan, Ba'ayanawa, Wayashrath, Athawa, Wayapakwada'a, Slaki, Wayapakwadawa'a, Io, Wayathwa, Wakal, Yash, Lawa, Nathna, Bayadawa, Wayahaya, Ma'az, Hapakwayad, Athawa, Babayathwa, Wa'al, Wa'il, Kal, Ashar, Yash, Lawa, Wayabarak, Yahweh, Ath, Bayath, Hamatazariah, Bagalah, Shalom, stop, Wayasap, Wayahaya, Barayak, Yahweh, Bakalah, Slakin, Bakal, Ashar, Yash, Lawa, Babayath, Wabashadah. Verse 6. Wayazab, Kal, Ashar, Lawa, Bayad, Yawasap, Wala'ah, Yadai, Athwa, Wama'a, Kaya, Halakam, Ashar, Hawa'ah, Awakal, Wayahaya, Yawasap, Wapa'ah, Slakia. I lost my place again. Wapa'ah, where we at? We'll stop at 39 and verse. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Da'ai. You already? Okay. Verse 8. Ma'ah, Babayath, Lakal, Ashar, Yash, Lawa, Nathan, Bayadaya. Okay, cool. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 2. And the Most High said with Joseph, and he was and the Most High was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Most High was with him, and that the Most High made all that he did to prosper in his hand. Verse 4, and Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house and all that he had, that he put into his hand. Verse 5, and it came to pass from that time that he made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, and that the Most High blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sakes. All that talk about Egypt being a damn motherland and great as this, man, only because Joseph was there, man. Our people, you understand? The Most High was with Joseph, man. You know, dang on Africans, oh, they so great, Kim at this, Kim at that. You was only great because Joseph was there, man. And we're gonna find out how big of a part Joseph played in the survival and just the pure functioning of those Egyptians, man. You just said it right here. He was in the house and the overseer of everything. You understand? They had to run to Joseph. I'm pretty sure they ran to Joseph for every little thing, man. The Lord was with him, man. You understand? And Kim at this and Kim at that. Get the hell out of here with that garbage. It's only great because Joseph, man, for our people. And that's how it goes to this empire. America's only great because the Lord's with us. Yeah, we go through curses. But even in that, America's only survives because of us. You know what I'm saying? We invented everything. The Lord is with us. You understand? And blessed of the Most High was upon all that he had in the house and in the field, man. You understand? Verse 6. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, lie with me. Uh-oh. Here you go. And she said, lie with me. Verse 8. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master wotteth not what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he had to my hand. Joseph was like, hell no. Nah. You understand? Oh, no, you just come on. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We right here in verse, I'll let you get set up. We right here in Genesis chapter 39 and verse 8.
And Salakia, I was listening in, Kowal, and just thinking about when Joseph in the land of Egypt, you think about how many times the sacrifices that we made thinking that we have to be a part of the kingdom in America to actually be prosperous in this land.
Right.
If you're looking for your oppressor to make you prosperous, of course you have to be a part of it. But we look for the Most High to make us prosperous, man. Right. And they said that Joseph, the Lord made Joseph prosperous. Why? Because he didn't involve himself with the affairs that was in Egypt. He knew how to follow, you know what I'm saying, his culture, you understand, even though he was in that land. All right, go ahead, brother.
No, so you sweat, sir. That was verse 8. Oh, no, that was about this is when, you know, Joseph's, well, you know, the Egyptian's wife, his master's wife, will try to come on to him. You know, and the Lord was with Joseph, so he wasn't no sucker. Joseph knew the law, and Joseph was, you know, respectful of his master's wife and everything that he was, you know, the Most High blessed him with. Even though he's amongst heathens, he's still not going, you know, and we're about to read that here shortly. Just like, you know, Plantation, you know, you see the movies where, you know, the master's wife goes sneak into the slave shed. You gonna lay with me, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you know, that type of deal, in a sense, you know. But Joseph wasn't no slave.
Looking for Mandingo.
Right. But Joseph had power. I'm pretty sure them brothers in them shacks, they had no power down in Mississippi, Alabama. We in the book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 9 through 15 in the Hebrew. Aya nanawa, got a wall, babayath, haza'a, mama yanaya, wala'a, kashak, mama naya, ma'awma, slakia, ma'a ma'a, kaya, hawathak, bashar, ath, ashatawa, wa'ayawak, aisha'a, hara'aya, hagadala'a, haza'ath, wakata athia, la'alahayim, wayahaya, Karabara'a, Al, Yawasap, Yawam, Wala'a, Shamai, Alaya, Lashakab, Tazala'a, Lahayawath, I'm a slakia. I'm a Wayahaya. Let's use this mic right here. Slakia, yeah. Kahayawam, Haza'a, Wayaba'a, Habayathaya, slakia, Habayatha, La'ishawath, Mala'akathwa, Wa'ayan, Ayash, Mana'ishaya, Habayath, Sham, Babayath. Verse 12. Watatapash, Hawa, Babagadawa, La'amar, Shakaba'a, Aimawa, Waya Bagadawa, Wayada'a, Wayakam, Wayataza'a, Hakawa Taza'a, Wayahaya, Kawarawatha, Kaya, Aiza, Bagadawa, Bayadaha, Wayakam, Hakawa Taza'a, Watha Kora'a, La'anashya, Bayatha, Watha Amor, Laham, Lahamor, Ra'awa, Habaya'a, Lanawa, Ayash, Ibayar, Ibaraya, Latazakakwa, Banawa, Ba'a, Alaya, Lashakab, Imaya, Wayakwara'a, Bakwawa, Gadawa, Wayahaya, Kashima Aiwa, Kaya, Harayamathia, Kwawala, Slakia, Kwawalaya, Wakwara, Waya Izab, Bagadawa, Atazalaya'a, Wayakam, Wayataza'a, Haka Slakia, Hakawataza'a. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 39 and verse 9. There is none greater in this house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against the Most High?
And Salakia too. You see how at the end of the verse he said he sinned against the Most High. He wasn't even, Joseph recognized all the things that was given to him in the land, right? But he realized it wasn't given to him by her husband. Right. It was given to him by the Most High. And not only that, it also showed how simple-minded this woman was. You understand?
That's right.
She was so simple, man. You think of how close this brother had to have been to her husband. So you sisters out there and the brothers out there always trying to conspire to sleep with a brother's wife, it shows how sick and wicked that you are, even in the scriptures, man. And you wonder, saying these brothers get put to death over sleeping with another's brother's wife because it's so wicked. Right. You understand? There's something that the Lord just won't be with you with. Sin. You understand?
That's right.
And that's why it was, it was punishable unto death because of the wickedness the mindset that you would have to have against your brother, right, to even lay down with his wife. Joseph recognized this. You understand? And that's why he said what he said. He said it'd be a sin against the Lord, man. Go ahead, Salak.
Real sweet. We are in against the Most High, verse 10. And it came to pass, as she spake to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her to lie by her or to be with her.
This sexual harassment right here in the scripture.
Right, she was on his body, man.
Yeah. She Joseph. She spitting game to Joseph the entire time, day by day. And he didn't break. So brothers out there reading this scripture, don't say you were seduced by a woman, man. If you don't want to deal with it, you don't allow her to touch you. You know what I'm saying? Like don't be so easily seduced by somebody who says, "Oh, you have such a nice smile." You just don't know what the hell she could be coming with next. You understand?
Right.
You just never know. You know, so make a sister earn the right to touch you. You understand? Because in the world, they teach you to earn the right to touch her. So, Salaki, once you understand the strength that you have as a man, your seed, the thing that you have to give over to a woman once you take her on as a wife, brother, you make sure that she's righteous enough to touch you. You understand? Because you lay with that woman, who knows what you may have to deal with for the rest of your goddamn life. You understand? All the things that, all the issues that she gonna have, she gonna bring them to you. All the problems that you know what I'm saying, that may happen, guess what? She gonna bring them to you. But also at the same time, sister, you do the same thing. But this thing here shows as a brother understand the power that he had. You understand? Joseph recognized his position not only in the kingdom of Egypt, he also recognized his position with the Most High. And he wasn't willing to compromise that for no box. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 11. And it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business. And there was none of the men of the house there within.
I wonder why.
Right. Verse 12.
No, she had a schedule. She knew he was coming. Yeah, Joseph should be around here right about 10, 9, 8. And y'all get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Plotting the whole damn time. That's a woman now. A wicked woman at that. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 12. And she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out.
You know what it was like? She grabbed his garment, that nigga spin out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He caught it. He was like, oh, nope, I'm good. That's the ultimate swerve. What they call it? That's a curve. That's the ultimate curve right there. It's an example of the curve right here in the scriptures. You understand? Like, you didn't know that was your history, huh? That's why I need to lock into these Sabbath service, man. Kawal on it. Go ahead, brother.
Khan. And it came to pass when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand, and he was fled forth, that she called unto the men of her house and spake unto them, saying, see, he hath brought in a Hebrew unto us to mock us. He came in unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice. Verse 15. And it came to pass when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled and got him out.
You see that? You see that? This is the thing that brothers have to be aware of. While the whole time she's trying to seduce you, she's also trying to take your goddamn life. You'll be a brother that's established and work hard all your damn life, and you pull up in your with S550, you smelling good, looking good. They all on you. Oh, I thank you. You know what I'm saying? Man, you better keep on pushing.
Right.
You better keep on pushing. You tell us, sister, hey, listen, I need you to be in class. Right here. This is how you gonna prove you even worthy of my damn time.
Right.
It's the only way to do it, all right?
That's right. This is the book of This is the book of Genesis, chapter 39, and verse. I'll start at 15. Yep. Okay. Verse 16. Well, I thought that, yeah, matter of fact, yeah. I just up here, my. All right. Hold on a second, brother. Yep. All right. What's it just say? English. All right here in the Hebrew. You're gonna take over in English. We in the book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 16. And I'm going to finish reading that real quick in the Hebrew. I'm going to read all the way down, right, to 22. You're going to pick up from there. I'll let you know. All right. Tazala Aid Bawa Adanayawa Al Bayathwa Wata Dabar Alayawa Kadabarayam Alaha La Amor Ba'a Alaya Haibad Habayaraya Ashar Habaath Lanaya Latazakakwa Baya, verse 18. Wayahaya Kaharayamya Kwawalaya Wa Slake Wa Kwara Waya Izab Bagadawa Atazalaya Waya Nasam Slake Waya Nas Waya Nam Hakawa Taza'a, verse 19. Waya Haya Kashamai Adanayawa Ath Dabaya Slake Dabaraya Ashatwa Ashar Dabara'a Alayawa La Amor Kadabarayam Ha'ala'a Aisha Laya Ibadak Wayakar Apawa Wayakwaka Adanaya Wayasap Athwa Wayathna'a Al Bayath Asahara Bakwam Ashar Hasawaraya Hamalak Hasawarayam Wayahaya Sham Babayath Hasawar Wayahaya Yahweh Ath Wayasap Wayasap Wayatap Alayawa Kasad Wayathan Kanawa Ba'inawa Shar Barath Hasara'a 22 Wayathan Shar Bayath Hasa'ara Bayad Yawasap Ath Cow Hasarayam Ashar Babayath Hasahara Wa'ath Cow Ashar Ashayam Sham Hawa'a Hayaha Aisha'a. You can start from the book of Genesis. You can start from 16 to 22.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 16. And she laid up his garment by her until his Lord came home. Verse 17. And she spake unto him according to these words, saying, the Hebrew servant which thou hast brought on unto us came in unto me to mock me. And it came to pass, as I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled out.
You know what this is? She's basically saying, you brought this, you know what I'm saying? You brought him in his house. You understand? Right. Your fault that he in here like this. Go ahead.
Verse 19. And it came to pass.
She's making an accusation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
When his master heard the words of his wife, which she spake unto him, saying, After this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled. And Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison, a place where the king's prisoners were bound. And he was there in the prison.
This just like today. They make an accusation which oftentimes is false. You know what I'm saying? You are this nation will always take the word of whoever's in charge, you understand? And then we have to bear the consequences of such. Even in this empire, just like Emmett Till today. If we were to say, I'm not saying Emmett when his master, but at the same time, the accusation was made that he whistled at her. Once again, with no proof of anybody whistling any damn way. They went and hunted him down. Still didn't save his life. You understand? Back then. So today we have video cameras and camcorders and cell phones and what do you call it? What's it called it with the body cams of the cops? And guess what? Our brothers and sisters are still dying because of accusations. You understand? That's what happened when we live up under the other nations. That's why the Most High always wanted us to be separate nation of people. Because if you live separate in the other nation, then the other neighbors, the other nations, then we'll understand how to deal with each other. We'll see the value in each other, Lord willing. But when you live up under other nations, you can't expect for them to, he left this garment. All because, truthfully, she didn't get what the hell she wanted. Right. You think about the pain and suffering that Black, Hispanics, Native Indians go through in America, it's all because what? They feel they're not getting what they want. Black, Hispanics, Native Indians don't own a damn thing here in this empire. And the little things that we have, that we make look good, guess what? The oppressor wants in on it. And they find ways to rip it out of your hands. The little land that you have, that's why they call it gentrification. The athletes that make it to the NFL, who be hanging on their arm all the goddamn time? The oppressor. Before you can even get out the house good, here they are attaching themselves to the things that we look up to. Here it is, once again, even in the scripture, this is another nation of people always trying to attach themselves to Israel for their benefit. And when it does not benefit them, they'll make you suffer because of it. They'll find a way to make sure that you feel some pressure behind it. Go ahead, right. Monkey off. Somebody.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 21. But the Lord was with Joseph and shewed him mercy and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison.
Right. He did what? He showed him favor, man. So you think about all the turmoil and all the anguish that we go through day in and night. The one thing we better focus on is making sure that the Most High is pleased with our actions, man. We have to make sure that our Father is looking at us like, you know what? I got him. I got my sister. But that only happened because he was a faithful man to the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison, and whatsoever they did there, he was the doer of it.
He was in charge even in prison. All right.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 39 and verse 23. Verse 23. Here we go. Matter of fact, you want to? So it's up here, Mario. All right. Let's see here. We are 39, verse 20. Where did I stop at? 23. I just started it. Okay, here we go. The book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 23. Slakia. Ayana, Shar, Bayath, Hasahara, Ra'aha, Ath, Cow, Mahalama'a, Bayadawa, Bashar, Yahweh, Athwa, Wa'ashar, Hawa'ah, Aishaha, Yahweh, Matazal Yalak, verse 1. The book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 1. Wayahaya, Akar, I was like Akara, Hadabarayam, Ha'ala'a, Kasa'awa, Mashakwaka, Malak, Matazarium, Waha'a Pa'a, Lahada Nanayam, Lamalak, Matazarium, Wayakwat Tazak, Slakia, Tazapa, Paraya Ayel, Shanaya, Saraya Sa Yan, Ayel, Shar, Hamashakwakim, Wa'al, Shar, Hawayapayam, verse 3. Wayathan, Atham, Bamashamara, Bayath, Shar, Hatabakayam, Al, Bayath, Hasa'ara, Makwawam, Slakia, Makwawam, Ashar, Yawasap, Asawar, Sham, Wayapakwad, Wayapakwad, Shar, Hatabakwayam, Ath, Yawasap, Atham, Wayashar, Slakia, Wayasharath, Atham, Wayahayawa, Yamaya, Bamashamayar, Waya Slakia, Wayakamawa, Kalawam, Shanayaham, Ayash, Kalamawa, Baya Layala, Hakad, Arash, Ayash, Kapathrawan, Kalamawa, Hamashakakwa, Wayapaha, Ashar, Lamalak, Matazaria, Ashar, Hasawa Rayam, Babayath, Hasahara, verse 6. Wayaba'a, Alayaham, Yawasap, Baba Kwara, Wayara'a, Atham, Wahanam, Za'ai Payam. All right, you're going to start the book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 23 in English.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 29 and verse 30,
verse
23.
chapter 39.
It's the book of
chap-
Genesis,
yeah.
chapter 39 and verse 23. The keeper of the prison looked not to anything that was under his hand, because the Most High was with him, and that which he did, the Most High made it to prosper.
So right, we got to also understand this. If the Most High is with us, we never know what anybody else sees around us. You understand? My brother was telling me about a story like you walking past a Christian and you thinking that, you know, they see brothers wearing, you know, shields and all these other things. We don't know what the Most High allow other people to see about us when we walk by them. You understand? Joseph was in a terrible condition being in prison, yet and still the Most High made sure he was straight. We focus on that, knowing that the Most High with us, we gonna be all right. We don't need love for nobody else but for the Most High, man. I promise you. Go ahead.
Chapter 40 and verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that the butler of the king of Egypt and his baker had offended their lord and king of Egypt. And Pharaoh was wroth against two of his officers, against the chief of the butlers and against the chief of the bakers. And he put them in ward in the house of the captain of the guard, into the prison, the place where Joseph was bound.
Now, I'm not saying that it happened, and I don't even want to go into it. But the question I would have: what Pharaoh could have been wroth about the butler, the chief butler, and the you know what I'm saying? Hey, you remember what type of wife he had now? The chief butler. Oh man, she could have had eyes for him too. Salaki, but they don't say that, so we ain't gonna put it in there. All right, go ahead.
Verse 4. And the captain of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he served them, and they continued a season in ward. And they dreamed a dream, both of them, each man his dream in one night, each man according to the interpretation of his dream, the butler and the baker of the king of Egypt, which were bound in the prison. Verse 6. And Joseph came in unto them in the morning and looked upon them, and behold, they were sad.
Yeah. All right. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 7. Let me go back to it real quick. Yeah. Chapter 40, verse 7. Wayasha'al, Ath, Saraya, Saya, Paraya, Slaki, Paraiha, Ashar, Athawa, Bamasha, Mara, Bayath, Adonai, Yawa, La'amor, Madawai, Panayakam, Ra'ayam, Hayawam, verse 8. Wayamarwa, Ala Yawa, Kalawam, Kalama Nawa, Wapathara, Ayan, Athawa, Wayamar, Alaham, Yawa Sap, Halawa'a, Lahayam, Patharanayam, Sapa Raiwa, Na'a, Lawa, Slaki, Laya, verse 9. Wayasap, Slaki, Wayasapar, Shar, Hamash Kwayam, Ath, Kalamawa, Lawayasap, Wayamar, Lawa, Bakalawamya, Wakanaha, Gapawan, Lapanaya, verse 10. Slake, Wabaga Pan, Shalasha'a, Sharayagam, Wahaya, Slake, Wahaya, Kaparakat, Alayatha, Na Taza'a, Habash, Yalawa, Ashakalath Ya'ah, Anabayawam. It's like an Anabayam, verse 11. Wakawas. It's like a Wakawam. Para'ah. Bayadaya. Wayakwaka. Ath. Ha'anabayam. Wa'ashakat. Wa'ashlaki. Wa'ashakat. Atham. Al. Karas. Para'ai. Wa'athan. Ath. Hakaram. Al. Kapa. Para'ah. Wa'amor. Lawa. Yawasap. Zaha. Path. Slake. Pathanara'a. Shalashath. Hashagarayam. Shalashath. Yamayam. Ham. It's 13. Ba'awad. Shalashath. Yamayam. Yasha'ah. Para'aha. Ath. Rashak. Wa'ashabak. I'll Kanak, Wanath, Bawasab, Para'ah, Bayadawa, Kamash, Paka, it's like a Pata, Hara'ashwan, Ashar, Hayayath, Mashakwawaha. Verse 14. Oh, that's it, 13. Yep. You got it. Yeah.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 40 and verse 7. And he asked Pharaoh's officers that were with him in the ward of his Lord's house, saying, Wherefore look ye so sadly today? Verse 8. They said unto him, We have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpretation, Slakia, there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, Do not interpretations belong to the Most High? Tell me them, I pray you. Verse 9. And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph, and said to him in my dream, Behold, a vine was before me, and in the vine were 3 branches.
Now, y'all got to remember that Joseph was interpreting a dream, you know what I'm saying? As being who he was, the Lord was with him. So here it is, these guys telling him the dream that they had and why they was troubled. Go ahead.
And I took the grapes and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup, and I gave the cup unto Pharaoh's hands. And Joseph said unto him, This is the interpretation of it. The 3 branches are 3 days. Verse 13. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thine head and restore thee unto thy place, and thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hand. After the former manner when thou wast butler.
Right. What he's saying is, this prophecy I'm going to give you, like, it's easy. He said he ain't hesitating. Joseph said unto him, this is the interpretation of it. You know what I'm saying? That's how qualified we want to be in preaching prophets of the Lord when our people come to us. When they come to us, we want to be able to go straight into these scriptures and be like, you know what? Here it is right here in Genesis. This is how we're going to conduct ourselves. Right. This is the high priest. This is your dream. I got you. This. If you've been around the school long enough, you know you're going to consult General Hyman or the generals about the dream that you may have, or Commanding General Hunter. And they'll be able to break these things down. That's why in the old time they would call what? A seer.
Right.
This righteous leadership, man. This is righteous leadership. And Joseph, he was in where? He was in prison. So when you talk about the conditions of the Black, Hispanic, Native Indian right here in his empire, the Isupk is the leadership that would interpret your issues that you have right here in this prison that we call America. You understand? But you have to be willing to listen to the preaching prophets of the Lord, man.
That's right.
You can't listen to theft your dollars and the ones that you're taking your money. Now a big old controversy about him getting robbed in the church, TD Snakes, all these prevalent preachers and pastors that they talk about in the earth. We're the real priests that you should listen to. And we know that because whenever there's an issue, real issues in our families alone, just brothers in here, right? How many times do our family members come up to ask us questions about the things that they're going through in life? They're always asking us for something. Every brother who becomes an officer in Isupk that is proving themselves, I guarantee their family asks them questions that nobody else can ask. I bet my bottom dollar on it. So when we talk about the politicians, we talk going out to vote, they don't understand our people. Neither do they know how to interpret their problems and their dreams and whatever things that they may be dealing with in life. But we do because we're your brother. You understand? All right. And with that,
That was it? Okay, Con.
Amadi. So Wapayan Aquadam, which means sorry, which means stands, turn to the east. We're going to do these prayers in the English and in the Hebrew.
It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shabbayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malafaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Slakia, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamaya, Lathalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kahabatinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kahabatinawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayanawa, Banasai 1, Habal, Haishayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Lakah, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahaparth, Lawalamya, Aman.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
It's a prayer for the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, Baba Kashah, Athalanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lar Pa'ah, Kal Maka'Allah, Hakal Madawa, Hakak, Matahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, Lahaquium, Hamatslakia, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashem Yahweh.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Prayer for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Maka Allah? Why Allah Hayam? Wataza by Ya'ah. Allah Wap Yahana. Ha Allah Wapya. Ha Saranya. Ha Kwataza Yonya. Ha Kwayayoyo. Why Ikwathia. Yahweh. By Shim Yahweh Shai. What Aman.
Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commander Junior Hunter, the generals, the captains, officers, troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanyan, Aharyam, Mahayan, Yaba'ai, Azariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Waharataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Al Yanawam, Shamaraka, Hanala'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamor, Yashra Allah, Yahweh, Shamaraka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamas, Lakaya, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamaraka, Makarai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Waba'aka, Mayata, Why Ayalam.
Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharallah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Al Wabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Yaramwa, Sawadai, Wayata, Yata Slaki, Yatazawa, Atazapanwaka, Amawa, Lakawa, Wakakidam, Magayawa, Wala Ayasakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Naiwataza, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Ariath, Yakarathwa, Alaya, Adawam, Wa Yashamai, Alahayam, Wa Abba, Wa Hagarium, Gabal, Wa Abuan, Wa Malak, Halashath, Am Yashabia, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanyalawat, Salai, Ashulaham, Kamadian, Kasasara'a, Kayabian, Banakor, Kwashwan, Nashat Madawa, Bayan Daira, Hayawa, Daman, Ladama'a, Shayathamwa, Nadayab, Mawa'a, Kairab, was like it, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kaunai Samwa, Ashar, Amrawa, Nairasha, Lanawa, Ath, Nayawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagaugala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, W'Arya Ira, Wakalaba, Thalahat, Harayam, Kamthar Datma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabalawa,
Balabawa,
Ijai,
Idai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wadabadwa,
Wayadayawa,
Wadaiwa,
Kayatha,
Daihada,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labatka,
Labatka,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Al Kaharataza.
Al-Kalarataza. In the English, keep not thy silence. O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yashala may be no more remembrance. For they are consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites are Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They are hoping the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisir, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kason, which perished at Endor, that came as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Harel and like Zahir. Yea, make their princes as Abai and as a Mullah, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel that stumble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wheel. Feel that Salakia, as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storms. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Sorry. Oh yeah, men of Israel, gird thyself, prepare to the Torah.
How about Shimmy How Shabrak?
Yahweh Shim Yah Shabrak Yah. Yahweh Shim Yah Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yah Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Shim Yah Shabrak Yah. All right. You said get that side, get this side. All right. All right, men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat.
Madia, Rock.
Yahweh Shim Yah Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Shim Yah Shabrak.
Yada Matah. Sar, turn face to sisters. Men of Israel, give one courtesy salute to the sisters that's tuning in. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat.
Madia, Rock.
Yada Matah. Class dismissed.